Hey Vinyl Community, Mark here from Sound Matters, and today we're talking about record subscription services. So this is the top 10 record subscription services to help grow your collection. Now, a record subscription service, I think, is one of the best ways to broaden your horizons from a musical perspective, but at the same time grow your record collection. If you keep an open mind and you sign up to one of these clubs, you're going to discover a whole lot of music that you might not necessarily have thought of picking up yourself from a record store. So let's get straight into it and find out what these services have on offer for you. One on the list, and probably the biggest subscription service out there, is VMP, otherwise known as Vinyl Me Please, of course. Now, they have a broad range of subscription options. You can either choose from the Essentials range, which is a broad range of popular music, so keep an open mind for this one, but they're really exclusive, very nice pressings. And then you've got the Classics range, of course, which is very often all from the original analog master tapes. This is real audiophile stuff that covers a lot of the classic blues, soul and funk and R&B styles that are out there. And then, of course, there's a country subscription option as well. Now, VMP are a sponsor of Sound Matters, of course, I need to let you know, but I have been subscribed to the service for some time now, and I've really enjoyed the diverse range of records that I've added to my collection. In no particular order, here's some recent stuff that I've received and really enjoyed. There's the 1999 album from Sigur Rós that's pressed on really nice deep blue vinyl. If you're into ambient stuff, real textured kind of stuff, if you're a big Radiohead fan, for example, you're really going to love this stuff as well. Recommend you check that out. Last year, of course, we had this absolutely superb reissue of the Doors' self-titled first album. We did a full feature on this record, of course, because it was such a lovely pressing. Also came with this absolutely beautiful 7-inch single of Light My Fire on clear vinyl, and also a nice exclusive art print that I have in the background on all my videos behind me here. And then, of course, recently, another one that we featured fully on the channel here and over at the website is the Meters Rejuvenation, which was cut from the original analog master tapes by Ryan Smith at Sterling Sound. So it's a really nice reissue, really nice pressing of what I think is a really underrated but classic funk record from the late 70s. It's also pressed on really lovely yellow, bright neon vinyl, a lovely product and a lovely reissue of a very underrated but very classic sounding record. The other side of VMP that I've really enjoyed is the Classics range. Now, I've very quietly enjoyed these in the background and not covered them all that much on the channel because my musical home is more in sort of 60s and 70s rock. But what this has done, it being subscribed to the Classics range, has really opened and broadened my horizons to a lot of jazz and blues and soul and funk music that perhaps I wouldn't have discovered otherwise. And I've very quietly enjoyed this in the background. And one of the things I like about the Classics range is they're almost always cut from the original analog master tapes. They're AAA re-releases, mastered very, very superbly, again by Ryan Smith at Sterling Sound, who obviously really knows what he's doing with original master tapes. So they're great audiophile pressings, and they tend to be more on black vinyl because, of course, black vinyl is said to be a more kind of pure, quieter listening experience compared to coloured vinyl. Some of that is up for debate, of course, but generally black vinyl is considered the standard in audiophile re-releases. So, in no particular order, here's some of the releases I've really enjoyed recently from VMP Classics. First up, Teddy Pendergrass, Life is a Song Worth Singing, the second solo album from the former Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes frontman. This is a really lovely R&B and soul record if you'd like to discover that kind of side of things. We then have Freddie King, My Feeling for the Blues, really underrated blues album actually, some real blues classics in there, really superb renditions. The most recent Classics record I've received is Sylvester Step 2. What a fantastic introduction to disco and a superb falsetto voice this bloke had. Last on the list with VMP is this record from Barbara Lee from the 1950s. What a beautiful, underrated jazz voice this lady had. Her dulcet tones will really fill and warm up the room. I recommend you crack open a bottle of wine and enjoy a lovely meal with your significant other. So that wraps up VMP. What a great diverse range of stuff I think that's on offer. You probably see that. Let's move on to the next service. Number 2 on the list is Wax and Stamp, which is a UK-based record subscription service where the emphasis is all on recreating that kind of magic of discovery that people have lost from not going to record stores perhaps as much as they used to. Now, from that review that I did in 2020 of their service, I particularly enjoyed this record, Africa Airways 6. It's a really great compilation of African funk music, and I really enjoyed discovering the genre. One of the great things about Wax and Stamp is the story that the curators from the club give you as to why they picked the album and the story behind it. The guy who curated this album and sent it to me said he discovered this album through his dad, who spent a lot of time out on the African continent and fell in love with the music out there, particularly this kind of funk genre stuff from Africa. It's now a regular Friday night spin in the Henschel household. So I really love that record, and I also really enjoyed this really neat kind of 7-inch single of a London-based punk band, and I really enjoyed that because it really felt really authentic, like it was something that would just be, you know, a quick pressing to be handed out at gigs. I really enjoyed the authenticity of this record as well. Great songs on there as well. Really enjoyed it. Number 3 on the list is Vinyl Moon. Now, if the idea of a kind of mixtape of up-and-coming artists pressed onto beautiful coloured effect vinyl sounds up your street, then this could be the subscription service for you. If you check out the website here, you will see that the emphasis is on the splattered effect kind of vinyl very often, and it's kind of up-and-coming artists all pressed onto one record with beautiful art included each month as well. So if you're really into art prints and you're really into beautiful effect kind of vinyl, using the record as an art canvas, if you like, then this is probably a superb record subscription for you to check out. Number 4 on the list is the Retro, which if you are based in the UK could be a great option for you if you want somebody to do the crate digging for you. So what you do is that you essentially go to their website, you tell them what your taste in music is. Now, this is a great service if you want a little bit more control over the kind of records you're going to receive. If you're not wanting to be surprised by the albums, you're not wanting to explore new genres or be given stuff that's maybe out of your comfort zone, then this might be a better option for you if you're based in the UK, of course. So you fill out your personal taste profile, you basically sit back, and they work closely with independent record stores to do the crate digging for you and send you your records each month. Next on the list is VinylWings, and this is a perfect subscription for you if you're really into blues and jazz music, if you want to discover more about that genre. I reviewed this service in full a little while back, so if you want to check out the link in the description below, you can get a full review of this service. But they were very well curated jazz records, came very insightful descriptions about each record so that you can learn a bit about the genre, and it was a nice way to explore jazz a little bit further. I was just getting more into jazz at the time, so them sending me a sample subscription for review was quite a timely one from them. I really enjoyed the service, and if you want to explore more blues and jazz, although I do think they are starting to now branch out into more sort of rock based stuff as well, but for jazz, that's kind of their beginnings, their kind of homeland, if you like. I recommend you check them out as well. This next one is Turntable Kitchen, and it's one for all the food lovers out there, all the foodies and vinyl lovers alike. So this service, if we look at their website here, basically combines a pairing box which features their latest recipes, a vinyl single, a digital mixtape, and some premium ingredients that they throw in there as well to make your cooking experience more authentic. So if you're into music and you're into vinyl and you're into food, this could be the subscription service for you. Up next, we've got VinylBox. Now, this is a fairly new kid on the block in terms of record subscription services, and it's a great one for budding new record collectors that want to very quickly populate their collection with a lot of well-known commercial albums. If we head to their website here, you'll see that the emphasis is on loving music and vinyl, of course, and a lot of the albums that are on offers you'll see here are very well-known commercial albums. So if you want to populate your collection with a lot of classics very quickly, then you're going to find this is the subscription service for you. If you're into Jack White and Third Man Records and everything that he kind of produces and endorses, then I recommend you check out the Vault subscription from Third Man Records. It's not the cheapest subscription service out there, but you get quite a bit for your money. It's quite a nice experience. As it says here on their website, that each quarter Vault members receive a package of limited edition exclusive vinyl delivered to their door. Other contents of the package may vary, but it can range from pins to posters and patches and photo books. Frequently they are housed in a collector's box, so this is a recurring subscription and you get a lot for your money. I recommend you check it out if you're into Jack White. Huge advocate of the vinyl format, of course, and everything that he endorses and the kind of artists that are on that label. The final two on our list have unfortunately had to temporarily, we hope, pause. Now, I think we can probably guess why that is. 2020 was a particularly difficult year by any counts for any small business, or any business for that matter. Supply chains and everything disrupted, the obvious disruption from the C word generally, right? So Flying Vinyl was one that was a great and well-loved subscription service that focused on 7-inch singles, and you'd get 5 exclusive ones per month. Really nice service that focused on very nice up-and-coming kind of artist promotion. Now what they're, I think, going to do as a relaunch, is what I've read, is that they're going to consolidate this down to one single 12-inch, which will be easier for them to manage from a kind of supply chain issue. We all know the kind of bottleneck around vinyl production and how much of an issue that is for small labels and small producers when compared to the kind of mass amount of stuff that's being released by big labels. So hopefully as of 2022, at some point they should be able to relaunch as a more consolidated single 12-inch service with the same great music on there, but just one 12-inch LP instead. Fingers crossed for Flying Vinyl. I hope they can get back up and running as soon as they can. The final one on the list is Stylus Final, and again it was a concept that I thought was really sound, and unfortunately they are listed as temporarily closed at the moment, so hopefully they can get back up and running. It's been a challenging year for everyone, or a challenging couple of years for everyone, but it was a real sound concept. There's been a real resurgence in interest in artisan products and experiences among consumers, and the idea behind this subscription service was that you would essentially combine hand curated wines with hand curated records. So it's a real experience driven subscription service. If you didn't want the wine, of course, you could have 2 records instead. Great idea. Hopefully they can get back up and running too. That concludes today's list. We hope you've enjoyed this video. Do you sign up to any record clubs? Do you want to let us know down in the comments below? I'd like to hear what you think of each one of the record subscription services on this list. Have you experienced it before? Did you grow your collection? Did you like it? Did you not like it? We'd love to hear from you down in the comments below. And if you're new to this channel, please do consider subscribing, and we'll see you in the next video.